from the very beginning, you should remember there are two important organs. First one is the lungs, and the next that we are going to discuss is kidney. Okay, so lungs and kidney are the first prior organs for responsible for balance between acid and base. Then comes liver, and in small amount the skin also helps to regulate the acid and base balance. Next comes the kidney. What is the function of kidney? Normally, what is the function of kidney? Kidney helps to produce the urine, and urine process occurs in two different ways. First, there will be formation of primary urine, and then with more reabsorption process, then we are going to see the secondary urine formation. Okay, so kidney helps to excrete those extra amount of ions or not required ions that are being produced in conditions of acid and base violation through urine. Okay, so the kidney helps to maintain the acid and base balance through three most important mechanisms. What are they? They are acidogenesis, bicarbonate reabsorption, and ammonia genesis. So each term you can see there is a term of genesis, and here it is reabsorption. Obviously, genesis means there will be production, and reabsorption means it will be absorbed. The kidney functions this acid base balance through three major mechanisms, that is through acidogenesis, bicarbonate reabsorption, and next is ammonia genesis. So through these three processes, the kidney helps to excrete the extra amount of carbon dioxide or bicarbonate or the acidic or alkalotic ions through urine. Okay, next what happens, this acidogenesis and bicarbonate are this process occurs normally. It means these are the physiological functions, but this ammonogenesis occurs in a certain specific conditions. And what is that condition? We are all going to describe this. First is the acidogenesis. Acidogenesis occurs when there will be increasing in the concentration of carbon dioxide in our body. This the process of mechanisms of this maintaining the acid and base balance is faster, whereas in case of kidney the process of maintaining is much slower, because they have to excrete the extra amounts of ions or anions through the urine, because the production of urine through primary and secondary urine process is the main function of the kidney. So acidogenesis, what happens when there will be carbon dioxide and water will combine in the blood to make the bicarbonic acid. This is the most basic reactions that you should remember, because these basic reactions will help you to understand how the acidic content or how the basic content are being produced in a normal physiological reactions. So normally when there will be production of carbon dioxide from the cells, this figure you can see here is a structure in which this blue cells depicts the epithelial or renal epithelial or tubular epithelial cells, and the red line in between them depicts the arteries, peritubular arteries. Okay, so in a normal metabolic process, when the cells excrete the carbon dioxide into the blood vessels, then this carbon dioxide combines with the water to form the carbonic acid. And as we know, this carbonic acid is volatile in nature, or it is very unstable, so it quickly dissociates to give the bicarbonate ions and hydrogen ions. According to the name, here it is written acidogenesis. So here it should be only acid productions. It means there should be only hydrogen ion productions. But then we can also see that there are production of bicarbonate. Why not? It has not been named as both acidic and basic, or acidic basic genesis. Why? Because the bicarbonate that are being produced through these steps is going to be reabsorbed. This process is mainly occurs during primary filtration. This is the structure that I have drawn. Here you can see through the primary filtration, means through the glomerular filtration of the blood, the the bicarbonate ions that are being produced are filtered from the glomerulus, and this bicarbonate combines with the hydrogen in presence of the carbonic anhydrous 4, it gives the carbonic acid, and carbonic acid further gives the water and carbon dioxide. So this whole reactions occurs inside the cells, in the vessels, in the tubular lumen, and also in the blood vessels. So this reaction is very common. But why the acidogenesis is said? Because the acidic content or the hydrogen ions that are being produced in the whole process are going to be actively secreted from the tubular epithelium into the DCT and CT, distal convoluted tubules and collecting tubules. So these hydrogen ions that are going to be actively secreted from the tubular epithelium. So this tubular epithelium, inside the cells, the hydrogen ions that are being produced will be actively secreted into the vessels or lumen, mostly into the lumen. How? Here it is a small diagram I have drawn to represent the same thing. Here it is the lumen, it means where the urine are formed or the urine passes. Then it is the epithelial cells, renal epithelial or tubular epithelium, and beside which it contains the peritubular vessels or arteries. So here it is, there is a special transporter or protein that is present in between the epithelium and lumen. In between epithelium and lumen, what is the transporter? It is the sodium hydrogen exchanger. It actively functions to intake sodium ions. As you can see here, there will be active intake of sodium ions that are being primarily produced from the process of primary urine formation, actively intake of sodium, and active excretion of hydrogen ions. Actively secreted, the hydrogen ions are actively secreted from these epithelial cells. Okay, so the hydrogen content in the urine increases. That is the reason why it is known as acidogenesis, production of acidic content in the urine. And this acidogenesis helps to regulate the pH of the urine. Mostly the pH of urine is around acidic condition, and this helps to maintain in excreting extra amount of carbon dioxide along with the lungs, as lungs primarily excretes most amounts of carbon dioxide, but in small amounts kidney also helps in excretion of carbon dioxide, and through this acidogenesis method it helps to excrete the extra amount of carbon dioxide. So from this process we can conclude here that when there will be increasing in the partial pressure of carbon dioxide in our body, what will happen? There will be increasing in the process of lungs ventilation, hyperventilation, to excrete extra amount of carbon dioxide. At the same time, inside the kidney, the acidogenesis will also be activated. It means there will be increasing in the partial of carbon dioxide, and also in relation with this, the reaction will move forward direction, and there will be increasing in the production of hydrogen ions, and these hydrogen ions will produce the acidic nature of the urine. Okay, next what happens? As you know, the bicarbonate are also produced. These bicarbonate ions are also produced in this reaction. As you know, the bicarbonate ions are also produced in these reactions. So what happens to these bicarbonate reactions? Next process is named according to that. These bicarbonate ions that are produced are primarily present in the primary urine, and these are produced in the filtration of the glomerular filtrate of the blood. Then this bicarbonate or these ions is going to be reabsorbed. Where there will be reabsorption, maximum about 90% of reabsorption occurs in the proximal convoluted tubules, and this occurs due to a special buffer system, as we have already read in the chemical buffer. What is that? Due to phosphate buffer. What is the help the phosphate buffer is doing? The phosphate buffer will produce the same reaction, that is Na2HPO4 and NaH2PO4. Here you can mark the changes that there will be one hydrogen atom previously, and there will be two more hydrogen ions produced after the reactions in presence of H plus ion or in presence of acidic condition. So this whole normal physiological process helps in the process of physiological buffer or phosphate buffer when there will be exchange between the sodium and hydrogen ions. As you can see, there are two sodium ions, and finally there will be one sodium ions, and the extra sodium ions that will be produced is going to bind with this bicarbonate. So this bicarbonate will bind with the sodium to form the sodium bicarbonate. The exact ionic or the salt form of chemical structure is going to be reabsorbed in the PCT. Okay, and when there will be reabsorption, from the lumen there will be reabsorption into the epithelium, then the epithelium shifts the whole sodium bicarbonate into the peritubular vessel through a special mechanism or through a special active process through a protein, that is sodium bicarbonate co-transporter. So the sodium bicarbonate co-transporter will transport the sodium bicarbonate from the epithelium into the peritubular vessels. It's simple. So the acidogenesis and bicarbonate reabsorptions occurs normally in the kidney, and through this process they are going to maintain the acidic condition and basic condition. Next, the last process is the ammoniogenesis. When this process occurs and how this process occurs. Ammoniogenesis occurs when there will be decreasing, highly decreasing amount of pH in the urine. If the urine pH will decrease to very low, around 4.5 pH, then the ammoniogenesis will take place. And where this process takes place? Ammoniogenesis takes place in the tubular epithelium, and inside the epithelial cells there will be production of ammonia. This ammonia will be produced into the lumen, means where there will be urine. So in the lumen it is going to get transformed into a form that will provide a basic condition, because this condition arises when there will be acidic pH of the urine. So our body needs to make it basic. So in those conditions it produces ammonia, and ammonia is a weak base and it helps to protect the kidney. So it is a protective function of the kidney that are produced when there will be decreasing in the pH. So what happens? The deamination of the amino acids, that is glutamine of the renal tubular epithelium. There will be deamination of the glutamine, and this glutamine, after deamination, it will produce the ammonia. Then the ammonia will combine with the hydrogen ions excreted, will be forming the ammonium ion. This ammonium ions next combines with certain kinds of ions in the urine and get out through the urine, and also that helps to increase the pH of the urine. So through these mechanisms, when there will be decreasing in the acidic condition, when there will be decreasing in the pH, it will increase the pH. So this is the normal mechanism of production of ammonia that will help to protect the kidney. Okay, so this was all about our today's video. You have to remember this important reactions, and through these important reactions you can fully understand about the violation of acid and base balance that we are going to read further about the acidosis and alkalosis. Okay, so I feel that it will be understandable for you guys. If you do like, then please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching my videos.